What's that taste? It feels familiar. It's so salty, brinky, and brackish, like dense seawater, forcing the tongue to squirm. Or perhaps it's tasteless? The richness of the flavor is starting to fade, as if it never existed. I can't really put my finger on it, but the sensation is all too familiar. The colorless world, the silent world, the flavorless world, a fuming world. Fume. Yeah, I remember now. It's fume. I remember all too well, and I wish I wouldn't. I must run before it consumes me, before the salty gas takes me and I lose myself again. You run through the massive factory corridors, past hazed fumers working the never-ending conveyor belts, corrugated walls close in on you as the noxious gas surrounds every aisle. The fuming metal pipes start to bend and steer toward you with an ear-piercing creak. You must act now before becoming completely hazed. There's an exit door at the end of the hall. You've never even ever thought of using it, so there's no knowing what's on the other side, and on top of that, you'll have to outrun the fume. But it's probably the safest option. On the other hand, you could take a leap of faith out of one of the high-rise windows, provided you can find a way to reach them. The fall could be anywhere between 2 and 200 feet, but perhaps it's worth the risk. You run for the door, gasping for air with every step, but the fume travels faster. Its numbing smoke claws at your feet and swirls up your body, cloaking you in a thick mist of purple poison. A familiar pungent smell infiltrates your nostrils and fogs up your brain, slowly stripping away your senses. Your eyes roll to the back of your head as you sense your feelings slip away until finally you don't feel anything at all. All bodily sensations are obscured and occupied with one thought, and one thought only. Must keep working. You wake up with a gasp. What was that? It felt so real. Was that what humans call a nightmare? You feel sweat and heat on your body, and suddenly a familiar voice. They will regain their senses soon. What should I tell them? That we saved them. They should be grateful. They aren't stupid. The voices are coming from outside the room. You can't move or open your eyes. Each breath feels constricted, as if an invisible force is squeezing the air out of you. You hear a high-pitched shriek, footstep coming from above, and seagulls crying in the distance. You feel yourself rock by the powerful impact of water hitting a hull. Fear, you think. You're not entirely sure. You've experienced fear once in the past, just once, when your supervisor scolded you for accidentally defuming, but this fear is different. It encompasses your entire being, and it's not going away. You open your eyes. Your vision is blurry, although you can make out a windowless room and the contour of two people hurrying inside. Hey, honey, how are you feeling? Can you hear me? You were out for so long, I thought we had lost. Leave it, Aisha. It's perfectly normal. Where am I? This isn't the warehouse. I need to get back to the warehouse. I've been working for 25 years. I can't stop now, or I won't meet my quota. Geez, are you sure this one has potential? Sounds like a vending machine to me. Ignore her. Honey, listen. You are on a boat, all right? My friend Mint and I are bringing you to this place. This place where you won't have to worry about your quota anymore. What do you mean? Aren't we supposed to. Oh, my head. It hurts. It's. It's fuzzy. Oh, relax. It's a normal part of the developing sensory capabilities. The headache is a side effect of fume withdrawal. You freeze at these words, shocked and distressed. You deprived me of my fume? You feel a foreign tingling in your body, heat radiating from your core, spreading outwards. Your muscles tense up like coiled springs, ready to unleash a torrent of raw power. With your fist clenched and your nails digging into your palms as if to contain the explosive energy within, you ponder on your next action. You unclench your fists, take a deep breath, and ponder before responding. So, let me get this straight. You strip me from the one thing that keeps me, well, all of us, alive, and kidnap me on a boat that is taking us to paradise. Sure, why not? I've always wanted to join a cult. Mint rolls their eyes while Aisha cracks just the tiniest smirk. Look, I'm assuming you have your reasons for this little excursion. I just don't understand them. Why? Help me understand. Look, I get that you're confused, but if we hadn't fumed you, you would have never blossomed. You look at Aisha's radiating face as she said these words. She looks so overwhelmed by emotions. It's only now you realized you have been too. I've never felt like this before. Exactly, you see? This is what they've taken away from us. Listen, would you rather live free for a moment or in enslavement forever? You lower your gaze and cross your arms. Guess I don't have much of a choice now anyway. Oh, stop being so dramatic. See me once you're over this little tantrum. Mint bows exaggerately and turns to walk out of the cabin. And by the way, you're welcome. Thank me later. Oh, don't you mind her. She's always like that. This whole thing, all this new information, has probably made you exhausted. Take some time and rest for a while. Aisha leaves you to your own thoughts. As you walk up on the main deck, an endless horizon unfolds before you. The waves are calm and the night is bright and clear. The fresh, salty sea air stings your eyes. It smells pretty bad. However, you can't help but to enjoy the mere fact that it's there. A smell. It's like nothing you've ever experienced before. Senses. They are messy and confusing experiences. It's overbearing. You've always been conscious about them, sure, but you've never really cared for or thought about the impressions they leave. Who are these fumers? What are their goals? And why did those two choose for you to blossom? As these questions wander through your mind, you gently drift to sleep with the rocking motion of the ship. Your surroundings slowly fade into darkness, and with it, all sounds, smells, and feelings. All that's left is a strange taste lingering on your tongue. Maybe it's freedom.